We use words every single day as if they're just tools. But what if they're far more powerful? What if the words you speak actually change how you see the world? Could your vocabulary secretly reprogram your mind minute by minute? Stay with me as we unlock how language becomes your real-life lens. What if I told you that language is not just something you use, but something you live inside? We usually think of words as labels, names we attach to things that already exist. But what if language does much more than describe reality? What if it quietly shapes it? Language is like an invisible architecture of thought, a filter, a lens through which you experience the world, without even realizing it. This idea is known as linguistic relativity, often associated with the Sapir and Whorf hypothesis. In simple terms, it suggests that the language you speak influences how you think and how you perceive reality. Now, there are two versions of this idea. The strong version claims that language determines thought, that without words, certain thoughts are impossible. Most scientists today agree that this goes too far. But the weaker version is widely accepted and deeply fascinating. It says that language doesn't lock your mind, but it nudges it, guides it, highlights certain aspects of reality while pushing others into the background. So here's the real question. How does a language without tenses experience time? Does a culture with many words for snow actually see snow differently? And how much of your reality is shaped by the words you use every single day? Let's make this real. In a small community called Porporal in northern Australia, the Cook Thyora people don't use words like left or right. Instead, they use cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west for everything. They don't say, move your cup to the left. They say, move your cup to the north. This means that from a very young age, they always know exactly where they are in space, even indoors, even blindfolded. And here's the incredible part. Their understanding of time is also arranged from east to west, following the path of the sun. Same human brain, different language, different mental map of reality. Now let's talk about color. In English, blue is just blue. But in Russian, there are two basic colors, goluboy, light blue, and siny, dark blue. They're not shades, they're different colors. And experiments show that Russian speakers can distinguish between light and dark blue faster than English speakers. Why? Because their language trained their attention to notice that difference automatically. Language doesn't just describe what you see. It trains you on what to notice. Now consider agency and blame. In English, we often say, he broke the vase. The focus is on who did it. But in languages like Japanese, it's natural to say, the vase broke. Same event, different framing. Studies show this subtle shift can affect how much blame people assign, and even how well they remember who caused an accident. And finally, something even more subtle, gendered nouns. In German, the word for bridge is feminine. In Spanish, it's masculine. When asked to describe a bridge, German speakers tend to say things like beautiful or elegant. Spanish speakers more often say strong or long. The object doesn't change, but the language does. And so does perception. Now here's where it gets personal. Because language doesn't just shape cultures, it shapes you. Think about your inner voice, the sentences you repeat in your head every day. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. That's not just self-expression, that's self-programming. Compare that to, how can I figure this out? This is hard, but I'm learning. What's my next move? Same situation. different language, different emotional response, different outcome. This is called framing. When you call something a problem, your brain prepares for danger. When you call it a challenge, your brain prepares for action. Words don't magically change reality, but they change how your brain approaches reality. And then there's the story you tell about your life. I'm the kind of person who fails. I'm unlucky. I'm bad at relationships. These are narratives built from language, and your brain works hard to keep them true. Positive affirmations aren't magic spells. They're mental training. They redirect attention. They weaken old patterns. They build new ones. Change the language, and you slowly change the lens. So what can you actually do with this? First, awareness. Start noticing the words you use, especially when things go wrong. Second, experimentation. Try reframing one negative thought today. Just one. Instead of, "This is a disaster," try, "This is uncomfortable, but interesting." Third, expand your vocabulary. New words create new mental categories, and new categories expand your world. Language is not just something you speak, it's a lens you look through. And the most powerful part, you can rewrite it. So I'll leave you with this. What words have changed your reality? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more ideas that change how you think, like the video, subscribe to Signal Clips, and I'll see you in the next one.